Hi folks, Happy New Year. I had a bit of Christmas money to spend this week, so I've treated myself to a new plectrum. This is a BlueChip IBJ55, and as with all BlueChip picks, it was obscenely expensive. It cost me £40 plus postage from JP Guitars in Bristol here in the UK. You can buy them directly from BlueChip as well for a similar sort of price. I'm sure a lot of people will probably say I've been ripped off. I know you can buy, a standard pick for what, 40 pence, not 40 quid. But I've been using BlueChip picks for over a decade now, and I've never found a better plectrum for my style of playing. I was introduced to them actually by Chris Newman, who's my uni tutor, and he certainly knows a thing or two about flat picks. So for me, it's worth the investment. I mean, when you think about it, the plectrum is the thing that's striking your strings, causing them to vibrate, and it stands to reason that the material that it's made from, as well as the thickness and the shape and everything else, will have quite a profound effect on the tone that you're making on your guitar, just as much as the type of strings that you use or the tone woods and the instrument and all of that stuff. So I wanted to do just a quick video about this pick. Not trying to persuade you to buy one, really. It's, I think you have to find the pick that suits you, and that's absolutely fine. There's loads of amazing guitarists out there that use just 40 pence picks, and that's great. But these just seem to work for me. I just like them. And so I thought this would be fun just to kind of put this new one through its paces. I'm intending to use this on electric guitar primarily because I like a kind of a jazz 3 style pick for electric guitar, nice and pointy and kind of just seems to work for me. Whereas on acoustic guitar I tend to use bigger sort of triangular ones. Here's my BlueChip that I use on acoustic. And today I thought I would maybe try out, I've got a little tin of plectrums here. Did anyone else keep their plectrums in the tin? It's provided by Rev amps. When you buy a Rev amp they give you a little tin. So I thought, well, I'll put my special plectrums in here. So we've got the two BlueChips. We've got, what else I'll show you? I've got some Dunlop prime tone picks, which are, I think, really Dunlop's kind of attempt to copy BlueChip. They are quite nice, not as nice as BlueChip picks themselves, but a lot cheaper, maybe £5 per pick. I've got a Red Bear. Now this has been my main kind of jazz 3 style electric guitar pick for quite some time. But it's starting to show a bit of wear. It really wears down, whereas the BlueChip picks seem to last forever. So interesting to see if there's much difference in tone. I've got a standard, a Jazz 3 XL as well there, just for emergencies. Nothing wrong with that at all. I've got a Vegan pick. This is the kind of Gypsy Jazz Manouche, super thick. Don't use it very often, but sometimes quite useful for that kind of big Django Reinhardt kind of sound. Another prime tone, a really big one, really quite thick. Is that 1.5, I think? 1.5 mil. And oh yes, the Joe Satriani pick. This was actually used by Joe Satriani himself. My good pal Dan Rogers, who you might have seen on the channel, was working at a venue where Satriani was performing. And the guy left a few of his picks on stage. So Dan picked one up and gave it to me very kindly. So I like to think he used it at that gig and it wasn't just a spare, but it's quite thick. Don't use it very often, but it's a cool thing to have. So that's all of my favourite picks. I thought, let's grab the acoustic guitar and just do a quick sort of comparison and sort of show, I think the differences with picks are much more apparent on an acoustic guitar than they are on an electric guitar. So let's do that first, and then I'll pick up the electric and maybe do a quick comparison there as well, and just talk about the feel, because I think it's not just tone, it's about how these things feel, how they make you play, perhaps in a certain way, because they feel different, or they feel comfortable, or they don't feel comfortable, and that's as important. So yeah, acoustic first. I'm going to start off with the new one, the BlueChip. BlueChip picks, by the way, they're made in Knoxville, Tennessee. The material they use is a self-lubricating polyimide material, which I think was used for some other purpose, little ball bearings or something originally. And someone thought, let's try making a pick out of it. And it turned out to be quite good. similar sort of tonal properties to tortoiseshell, which was always the favoured thing for a lot of acoustic guitarists back in the day. So the new one. I would say some pretty clear tonal differences. Hopefully that's been picked up. I'm just using the camera mic here, not anything fancy. Let's switch to electric and see if there's much difference there. The BlueChip. Pronto. Red bear. Big prime tone. Jazz 3. Satriani. Yeah, I would say probably less tonal difference through an electric guitar by the time it's reached an amp and it's been through some processing and things. It's a bit more subtle, any differences, so it comes down to feel. The new one feels great, by the way. It feels very precise, very comfortable. It's got the kind of grip holes which make it less likely that I'll drop it. Yeah, so very happy with the new addition to the pick collection. I think my pick collection is worth more than some of my guitars. Maybe that's how it should be. I might not have persuaded you to buy one, and that's fine. This wasn't the purpose of this video. Just wanted to show an area of guitar gear that I think is sometimes overlooked, which I do feel is important, especially on acoustic guitar. Oh, by the way, when you do spend £40 on a plectrum, you tend not to lose it down the back of the sofa. It's funny that I tend to look after it quite carefully. As I said, I've had this original one for over 15 years now. It's not showing any signs of wear. Hope you've enjoyed this little plectrum-based video. There really isn't a right or a wrong with plectrums, as I've said. It's whatever feels best to you. whatever suits you as a musician. On that note, drop a comment, let me know what pick that you use, and if you've enjoyed the video, put the thumbs up on it and all that kind of thing. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Cheers for now.